think that's a more possibility. I don't think either one of these guys will be shaken by the crowd. Cotto has drawn huge crowds here before. Margarito was on the big stage when he fought Pacquiao.
I would have jumped all over him and you know, this is my time of redemption. This is my time to pay you back for what you did to me.
All right, the words of the former featherweight champion of the world, Juan Laporte. Both guys exchanging shots here in the opening round. There was some talk earlier that Margarito would take his time because his cornerman, Robert Garcia, was working the previous fight, but he came out right on time as scheduled. But I'll tell you this, anytime Cotto does anything, the crowd reaction here, which is impossible to explain to you, just like that, they really, really make it exciting.
Tonight his jab is getting off and he's landing his right hand.
You know, what I don't like too much is the jumping movement.
And we take a look at action from round one. Combination punching by Cotto.
Well, Margarito, it can be an intimidating guy. We talked about him training in that altitude in Mexico City, so he can go 12 rounds. And he was outside of Mexico City in the mountains at 14,000 feet.
Remember, Cotto with a new trainer, Pedro Diaz, first time with him, replacing Emmanuel Stewart.
Pedro is a very famous Cuban trainer that trained a lot of great fighters, so this is something new. And we asked Cotto about that yesterday. Emmanuel Stewart was sitting there and he said, nothing personal at all. I'm still friends with Manny. I didn't want to go to Detroit to train. Look at this.
Cotto's clearly trying to box in a little bit of a circle. Margarito has trouble with moving targets. And we take a look at action from round two. Margarito with a very effective left hand to the body.
Pedro Luis has him moving.
That's good, man.
Nice combination there, yeah.
That's what he has to do all night.
He's landing clear shots in his Margarito through the first round and into the second round. There's a nice combination there. You wanted a bunch of punches, Juan Laporte. You got him there.
And then later in the round, Cotto with a big combination.
Margarito with that fancy tattoo on his right side and on his left shoulder. Miguel Cotto decked out in the blue and yellow. By the way, Cotto is 16-2 in world championship fights. He's had 157 championship rounds.
And we think this is what opened that cut over the right eye of Margarito.
There you go. Oh, it was
wow, that was almost a thumb, huh?
Yeah.
Only losses.
A cut. Yes. Right eye of Margarito.
Margarito cut already. New York State Athletic Commission, they're not going to let this guy lose an eye in this fight. This is Margarito trying to battle back. Cotto tries to keep the pressure on him. And this is what they came for. Back and forth. They seesaw back and forth. Both guys.
But the punch, it seemed as if Cotto's left glove slid. Now, of course, there aren't thumbs on the gloves anymore. He
hurt Margarito with the left hook.
Cotto just sharper with his punches and more powerful with his punches.
Much more powerful. He spun the head that time with the left hook. Margarito tries to hold inside. You know, he tried to land something inside. Felipe gets off first with the heavier blows. Again, it's Cotto. Cotto doing a great job sliding to his left, now back to his right, trying to set things up.
Margarito smiling throughout this carnage. Keep in mind how much punishment he took when Pacquiao beat him up. He can take a lot of shots.
If I'm Margarito, I don't want that head bouncing around any place near that right eye. But the left hooks do more damage.
That looks like the old Miguel Cotto, that left hook.
Yeah, that's the one he should be throwing.
And here comes Margarito, Colonel.
Now, there's no quitting this guy. There's no question about it. Look at these. That's the problem eye for Margarito. He was cut back in the third round. We're in the fifth. Midway point, Cotto lands the combination.
Miguel Cotto very effective. There he takes a nice little spin step.
But, you know, I want to ask you about that, Juan Laporte. Once the fight starts, I know when I played ball, I wasn't a boxer, but when I played ball, once the game started, all the rest of the stuff didn't matter anymore.
Nah, man. Well, once you're in there, I mean, everything changes.
The blows, blocking the blows. And that's why we give Cotto this fifth round, because 2 or 3 solid.
of Margarito back in the 3rd round, but the corner's done an excellent job closing it out.
And if Cotto's effective with that jab, that right eye is where the jab will land. That kind of pressure gets to you in the 2nd half of the fight, not the 1st half of the fight. That's what happened in Cotto Margarito 1.
But you heard what the corner had to say in between rounds. Throw 3 or 4 uppercuts in a row. And I'm sure that's what Margarito would like to execute. Remember, last round was pretty close, and this round's fairly close. Back and forth they go. Cotto moves to his back now, skips away, but sets up and plants a punch. He's got a great foot movement on the close 10-9 round. So,
okay, now's when he should use whatever. He's got the one eye.
he's got one eye. He's got to really turn it up a notch now, and if anyone can do it, he can. There's no quitting Margarito whatsoever. This guy is here to fight. Shuffling back and forth. Sneaky right hand lead that time by Miguel Cotto. Miguel, to me, couldn't be fighting a better fight, I don't think.
I'm with you.
I caught him with a good left hook again on top of that eye. It's not the same Margarito that fought him before. But again, I keep going back to the
Pacquiao?
Yeah, the lacing that he took from Pacquiao. I don't know how he could ever be as good.
But Margarito actually moved his face into Cotto's head. I don't blame Cotto necessarily for that.
No, it wasn't intentional, but it still did some more damage. In fact, in California, they can stop the fight. You were there last night. Oh, that combination of punches by Miguel Cotto. Skips forward. Landing a few shots, but he doesn't have the zip in his punches anymore either. Now look at this stuff. Oh, Cotto caught him in a nice left hook. 2 left hooks on top of that eye again, which I said about 20 times when he fought Pacquiao.
Well, when you got a bionic eye, you can take some whooping.
Right now, that bionic eye is closed. Oh! Snapped his head back with a nice stiff jab.
And he's kept his cool, too. You can get overexcited against the guy you hit so easily and go for a KO when you shouldn't. He never did that.
I'd say he's trying to go for him right now. In the very closing seconds of the 9th round, though, and Margarito, when he hears the crowd, he actually gets an adrenaline flow.
Yeah, good right hand by Margarito there. A good comeback punch.
And that ends the 9th. And the doctors will go in again. Another doctor talking away there. And Smoger just as informed.
It's over.
It's all over. The fight is ended. Margarito's eye in the long run didn't hold up. Couldn't answer the bell for the 10th round. And the doctor said no anyway.
Whatever that he had in his glove or in his wraps. But right now, Cotto is being smart. I think he's being too careful. If I was him, I wouldn't show Margarito no respect at all.